Mameyamastu Poshya. That's where we had stopped. Mameyamastu Poshya. Atharva 14.1.52. Let she be taken care of by me. Let she be taken care of by me. Namaste. Hello, namaste. Let she be taken care of by me. So here, let us not mistake that a woman is not allowed to have freedom. She always has to be under the care of, maybe in the early days, father, and later days, husband, and later children. So that is the usual interpretation what they give for this mantra. But Vedas never discriminate like that. Vedas look at man and woman equally, and it is very clear that the male or female is only a physical phenomena. Whereas when you come to the spiritual level, absolutely there is no gender discrimination. At the spiritual level, all are equal, all are equal. Physical level, okay, depending upon the structure of the Sharira Indriya Manas, some people will be called as male, some people will be called as female, and it is only a physical phenomena. So Vedas are very clear about that. Of course, I have repeated several times that mantra, Tvam Stri Tvam Pumanasi, Tvam Kumara Utava Kumari. That I have repeated several times, and you can just note down the address also of that. That is Atharva 10.8.27. Atharva 10.8.27, I have told several times. Even now you can note. It says very clearly, O soul, you are male, you are also female. You are Kumara as well as Kumari. Because it all depends upon the body in which you rest, in which you take shelter. So depending upon that only, your gender is decided. But basically, you have no gender, you are beyond gender. So that's what it clearly says. So here, this Mameyamastu Poshya has to be looked at from a different perspective and not the usual general perspective which is influenced by the Smritis, Manusmriti, etc. They all speak about that. So we are leaving that part and looking at it from a different angle. Now in human life, reproduction and growth and other things, we have got three stages. The first one we call it as Dharana. Dharana is the first stage. Dharana is to bear. And the second stage is Poshana. Poshana is to nourish. That's what exactly is taught here. Poshya. And the third one is Rakshana. Dharana, Poshana, Rakshana are the three different functions. So Dharana is exactly Garbha Dharana. That's to bear the child in the womb. Poshana, that is to nourish it in the womb and immediately after it takes birth, okay, nourishing it with the mother's milk, etc. Then the third aspect is Rakshana, that is to protect it. So we have got three functions: Dharana, Poshana and Rakshana. Honestly speaking, a woman can take care of all the three functions. She is capable of dharana, she is capable of poshana, she is capable of rakshana. She is capable of doing all the three functions. That's her capacity. Her Sharira Indriya Manas is formed in such a way, is framed in such a way that she is capable of taking care of all the three. But when it comes to the male folk, they are capable of doing only the third one, Rakshana. 1 and 2, they are not able to do it. They don't have a womb, they cannot bear a child, and they cannot breastfeed it. So they have got their own limitation. So according to their limitation, they can only do one work, that is Rakshana. They can protect, that is possible for them. So now we have got a sort of an imbalance here. Women who can do all the three, men who can do only one. So now it is an unwritten agreement or adjustment between the two. Okay, I am capable of doing only one, so leave that to me. Of course, we can do all the three, but voluntarily leave that one to me and take care of the other two so that things can be done better. Your specialization is 1 and 2. My specialization is in 3. It doesn't mean that 3 you cannot do it. You can do it. 3 also you can do. But voluntarily we shall share our responsibilities, and I shall take care of Rakshana and you take care of Dharana and Poshana. So this is a sort of a bringing a balance between the joint life, in the joint life between the man and woman. So it seems very logical, rational and just. Okay, she says, fine. Rakshana part I will leave it to you because you are specialized in only that. If I ask you to do the other two, you cannot do it. Okay, you take care of it. The other two, I will take care of it. But it's very clear that if she minds, she can take care of all the three. Rakshana part also she can take care of along with the other two. She is capable. But her potentials are focused. Now, the potential of a male is focused to Rakshana and the potential of a woman is focused to Dharana and Poshana. Here, nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. It is a joint venture. So, both in agreement work out and they take care of the progeny, they take care of the family life. Now, this balance is what we find in this. Mameya mastu poshya. So, usually, this is pronounced during weddings. In the wedding rites and rituals, they use this mantra and the husband speaks to the wife telling that, okay, it shall be my responsibility to take care of you, to protect you and your children. I shall take that responsibility and that shall be my duty. So that is, Mameya mastu poshya. You shall be protected by me. Not only you, you and your children. So I am the protector of the house. Just because he protects the house, there is no seniority or superiority attached to it. That's very clear. Of course, he takes the responsibility, but he is as equal or equal to the other part, the counterpart, that is the wife, and the duty is what she does. It's complementary. It's complementary. Both work together. There is no question of inferiority or superiority. It is very clear. Whereas unfortunately, due to misinterpretation, even today we find in many religions, and even in Hindu religion also, they say husband is the master of the house and all other people in the house have to obey him and they are all inferior, something like that. They are all anti-Vedic, 100% anti-Vedic. It is only an adjustment. It is only bringing a balance depending upon the capacity of the man and woman, the husband and the wife. That is how we have to understand it. Then things will be very clear and equitable. Mameyamastu poshya. The next one is Mayye vastu. Mayye vastu. Mayi shritam. Mayye vastu mayi shritam. Atharva 1.1.2. Mayye vastu mayi shritam. So when we split it, it is Mayi eva astu. Mayi eva astu. Mayi shritam. Mayi eva astu. Mayi shritam. Atharva 1.1.2. Mayi eva astu. Mayi shritam. Shrutam, Shru Shravane. Shrutam, Shru Shravane. Whatever is heard by me, Mayi Shrutam, whatever is heard by me, Mayi Eva Astu, let it be in me. Whatever is heard by me, let it be in me. Mayi Eva Astu, Mayi Shrutam. So this is also in a sort misinterpreted. That is, whatever I listen, whatever I learn, especially the Vedic knowledge, let it be in me. So when I say let it be in me, there is no question of sharing it with others, because it has to be in me. So when it comes to sharing with others, yes, lot of restrictions they have imposed, not in the Vedas, otherwise. That is, women folk are not allowed to study Vedas, are not allowed to chant Vedas, not allowed to chant Gayatri Mantra. Shudras are prohibited from learning Vedas. These are all the things that have developed out of this. But they are all misinterpretations and wrong. Whatever I have heard, let it be in me, doesn't mean that I should not share it with others. The simple meaning and direct and easy meaning for it is, whatever I heard, let it become mine. Let it become mine. So let me make it mine. How I can make the knowledge mine? Only when I ponder over it, only I think about it deeply, only when I meditate deeply. Baglo. ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ ಇನ್ನ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ ಇನ್ನ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಬಾಗ್ಲು ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು. So whatever I have heard, let it be in me means, let me make it my own through meditation, through dhyana, through pondering, through thinking over it. These are all one side. The other side is, whatever I know will take a deep root in me only when I share it with others. That's the beauty of it. More you share with others, stronger it will be in us, because we'll be repeating it again and again. So it's totally the other way around. Whatever I heard, if it has to take root in me, then I have to share it with others. More I share, more strong it will be. Now there is one beautiful Subhashita in Sanskrit, which is worthwhile to think at this juncture. It says, Na chora haryam, na chora haryam. And I speak of Subhashita, one point I wanted to note. Subhashita is not final for us. Any other quotation is not final for us, unless it has got its roots in the Vedas. So it is supported by some Vedic terms, by some Vedic mantra. Yes, that becomes valid. Unless there is some support from the Veda mantras, then no Subhashita or anything, even though it is in Sanskrit, doesn't become valid. So that we have to bear in mind. So if I quote some Subhashita or any other thing from Sanskrit literature, unless it has got its roots in the Vedas, I will not quote it. So that you make it very clear, and only when it is quoted with the Vedic support, yes, it becomes valid. Otherwise it is invalid. Whoever might have said in any part of Sanskrit literature, that doesn't matter. Okay. Na chora haryam, na cha raja haryam. Na choraharyam, na cha rajaharyam. Next line. Na bhratrubhajyam. Na bhratrubhajyam. Na bhratrubhajyam. Na cha bharakari. Na cha bharakari. So, one vertical line. Third line. Vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. Vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. Vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. Last line. Vidyadhanam sarvadhanat pradhanam. Vidyadhanam sarvadhanat pradhanam. So it speaks of two types of wealth. One is Vidyadhana, other one is all the materialistic wealth. There is a lot of difference between these two wealths. The material wealth on one side and the wealth of knowledge is on the other side. Now here they are speaking of the greatness of Vidyadhana. It is very easy to understand. It says, Na chora haryam, no thief can steal it. Whatever knowledge I have got, whatever vidya I have got, no thief can steal it. Even if they break open my brain, break open my skull, they will not get the knowledge. I have to give and they can take. If I don't want to give, it is very safe in that. The safest locker that you can find. So, na chora haryam, a thief cannot steal it. Na raja haryam, the government cannot tax it. How do you evaluate how much knowledge is there? So, unless that knowledge is evaluated, you cannot tax it. So, it is not taxable, not stealable, not taxable. Then, na bhratrubhajyam, brothers cannot divide it as ancestral property. The father may be very intelligent. Still, whatever father possesses can be shared between brothers, but not his knowledge. So, na bhratrubhajyam, not divisible among brothers. Nasha bharakari. Say, more we gain knowledge, more we are knowledgeable. It doesn't make it heavy to carry. Heaviness is not there. On the contrary, more we collect, lighter it becomes. Life becomes easy and simple. More knowledgeable we are. Whereas the physical possessions, what we have got, more and more we possess, yes, it becomes a burden. It becomes heavy to carry, to maintain. But it's not so in case of knowledge, Vidyadhana. Then another beautiful aspect is, Vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. More you spend, more it will grow. This is the most peculiar thing. If I got money, okay, as and when I spend it, yes, the quantity of money what I have got will be reduced, will become less, and maybe one day it becomes zero also, negative also. But when you are speaking of knowledge, more you spend, more it will grow. So I spend 100, I gain 100. So what was 100, if I spend all the 100, the balance will be 200. It's so peculiar for knowledge. Therefore, Vidyadhanam sarvadhanat pradhanam. Compared to all wealths, the wealth of knowledge is supreme and very peculiar. That's what it says. So when this is the case, whatever I have heard, if I share it with others, if I make it my own and share it with others, yes, it will grow. I am not the loser, I am the gainer. More I share, more I gain. Say, let us take the very example what we are doing here. I have got something in my mind. Now I am sharing with you all. So it has been multiplied. All your brains have taken it. But has there been any loss in my knowing it? No, I am more confirmed and knowledge in me has taken deep root. Therefore, it is beneficial to all of us who listen and who share and who spread knowledge. The one who spreads also gains, and all other people who get it also, yes, they gain. Amen. Therefore, the sharing and distribution of knowledge is a very peculiar and great phenomena where it will grow and grow and grow and never diminish. When it will happen? Only when Mameya vastu, Maye vastu, that is when it is in me, it has taken deep root in me. So when it will take root? Only when it is spread, number one. Number two, it will take deep root in me only when I practice it. That's another thing, very important. If I just listen and share it, it will not grow. Whatever I heard, if I understand the essence of it and put it into practice in my life, it becomes my own. It becomes strong. It takes a deep root in my life. And this will never get lost even if I share it with any number of people. So, if whatever I've heard has to be in me, then it's a must that I have to make it my own by putting it into practice, number one, and then sharing with others. These are two very important things ought to have. On the contrary, that is, we have got another Veda mantra elsewhere in Atharva, which says, if you don't share your knowledge, whatever knowledge you have got, if you are not sharing with others who want that knowledge, then you will be in trouble. It warns. Whatever you know, if somebody asks, it shall be your duty to share it with others. You are bound to share it. That's how it enforces sharing of knowledge. So that is the case, what we find in other mantra in Atharva Veda, telling that whatever you have heard, let it be new, doesn't mean don't share it, don't spread it. It means very clearly, make it your own by putting it into practice and sharing with others. Now that's the right way of sharing knowledge. That's the right way of preserving knowledge. That's the right way of making knowledge our own. Maye vastu, mayi shrutam. Next. Ma no atikhya agahi.
Ati?
Kya. Mahaprana. Kya. Kha ya. Atikhya agahi. Ma no atikhya agahi.
Agadi.
Agahi. G-A-H-I. Gahi. Agahi. Rigveda 1.4.3. Rigveda 1.4.3. Ati agahi. That is, we shall not trespass. We shall not trespass. We shall not go beyond. Ma is prohibitive. So there is some boundary, there is some limitation. Let us not cross it, let us not trespass it. What are they? That is kya. Kya means all good things what are said. Kya prakathane. That's the root. Kya prakathane. Prakathane. Tha is Mahaprana. Prakathane. So a lot of good things are said by great people, our ancestors, our teachers, by God, by nature. So many good things are said. They have all shared with us a lot of rules and regulations to be followed by a human being so that he can be happy, comfortable, peaceful, everything. So those rules and regulations, those guidelines, we shall not cross, we shall not trespass. We shall lead our lives within that boundary, within that circumference, within that perimeter, whatever you call it. So only when we respect those boundary lines which we are not supposed to cross, yes, we get all the benefits. But if we cross it, we will be punished. So better be aware of those boundary lines and maintain ourselves or lead our lives within that. Mano Atikhya Agahi. We have got complementary mantra for this.
1 second, audio off ಮಾಡು.
Okay.
ಮಾಡು.
ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ.
ಆಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡು, ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡು.
So, one more thing you can take down. Yatredam. Yatredam. Brahma. Kriyate. Yatredam Brahma Kriyate. Paridhihi. Jivanaya. Paridhihi Jivanaya Kam. Paridhihi Jivanaya Kam. Jivanaya, cut it, space, Kam is separate, Kam. Yatridam Brahma Kriyate Paridhir Jivanaya Kam. Atharva 8 to 25. Atharva 8 to 25. So here I am interested in that word paridhi. Paridhi is circumference, boundary, the perimeter. Brahma is knowledge. So where the knowledge or the good words or the circumference or the boundary for our life, yes, that life will be worth living. That's what it means. That's Atharva 8 to 25. Now what we are seeing here is Rigveda 1.4.3. This I have told you several times. The peculiarity or the greatest feature of the Vedas is they are never contradictory. We have got 20,300 odd mantras. In all these mantras, you never find anywhere two things contradicting one another. On the other hand, we find hundreds of complementary and supplementary things. In a particular Veda, among Vedas, between Vedas. I have told you several examples. This is also one example you take it. One is from Rigveda, another one is from Atharveda. They are complementary to one another. So we shall not trespass, we shall not cross the boundary prescribed by the Vedas. Now the prescription is not something which is enforced on us. If you want, we can cross it, we have got that freedom, but better not do it. Because as long as you are within the boundary, as long as you are within the circumference of the Vedic dictums, yes, the benefit is for us only. We can lead a happy life, we can lead a peaceful life, and we can achieve the goal of human life. It's all possible. But if we trespass it, if we cross it, we are into trouble, in one way or the other. So let us understand this, know the boundary line, and after knowing the boundary line, keep ourselves within it. That's what it says. Mano atikya agahi. We shall not overrule, we shall not cross the boundary. We shall be within it. Say simple things, it's not very difficult to understand. Say as long as we eat, which is equivalent to our digestive power, we shall be healthy. Simple. That's the rule. You eat as much as you can digest. If you overeat, you are into trouble. But we do have a freedom to overeat also, but better not do it. So it is so simple. Similarly, there are so many laws. Physical laws we have got, and psychological laws we have got, spiritual laws we have got. And all these laws, when you obey it and be within the perimeter, within the circumference, within the boundary, yes, we are comfortable and happy. We can achieve our goals physically, psychologically, and also spiritually. But once we cross them, we are into trouble. We do have the freedom to be within the boundary or to cross it. We have the freedom, but better not cross it. So for that, we have to tell ourselves, okay, these are the limits I have understood, and let me be within those limits, and let me not cross it. And that's what exactly it means. Mano adikya agahi. So let me not cross the boundary line, the circumference, and I shall be within that. Now symbolically, how it is practiced? You must be knowing that pradakshina, you have heard of pradakshina? That should go round. Now nowadays it is going round the Garbhagudi, place where the idol is there. So around that people go round. Now what's the meaning of it? Nobody knows, or very few people know. We also perform going round the Agni, that is altar where fire is invoked. So while performing Homa, while performing Havana also, we go round it. To go round it is nothing but symbolically telling, I am aware of the boundary, I am aware of the circumference within which I have to maintain myself. That is the actual meaning of Pradakshina. Now when we keep ourselves within the boundary, what will happen is, we will be efficient to the best extent possible. And that efficiency is what is called as Dakshina. Daksha Samarthye. That's the root for it. Daksha Samarthye. Now whatever roots I am giving and their meaning, it's not my creation. They have got a beautiful compilation by Panini, mainly, who has written this Dhatu part. It's open for study, it's open for inspection. So whatever is said in Dhatu part, I am repeating. So Daksha Samarthye. Daksha means to be capable, to be efficient. Pradaksha means to be more efficient, to be very, very efficient. So Pradakshina is gaining that efficiency. So a person can gain that efficiency if one is within the boundary, within the limitation, and doesn't cross it. That is Pradakshina. Physically we just go around it. But the meaning is not just physical, but it is more spiritual. So the boundary I laid down, I understand the boundary, what is laid down, and follow it. I will not trespass it. So by following it, being within the boundary, within the limits, yes, I shall have the experience of peace and bliss. The experience of peace and bliss is lost if we trespass it. That's the wager. That's the wager. We are going to lose it. So let me not take that bet. Let me not take that risk. Let me be within limits and be happy, make others also happy. Next. Mano Dirgha. Mano Dirgha Abhinashan. Abhinashan. Tamisraha. Mano dirgha. Abhinashan. Tamisraha. Mano dirgha. Abhinashan. Tamisraha. Rigveda 2.27.14. Rigveda 2.27.14. Mano dirgha abhinashan tamisraha. Let not the darkness of ignorance. Let not the darkness of ignorance cover us. Let not the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance is referred to as darkness. Knowledge is called as light, that we know already. Knowledge is light and ignorance is darkness. Let not the darkness of ignorance cover us. Dirgha is the long darkness. Darkness of ignorance, which is deep, is called as dirgha. Because sometimes, okay, ignorance falls on us, but it is temporary, and if it is on the surface, okay, we can manage it. But if it falls on us as deep, then we are lost. So the ignorances which fall deep into us, they are nothing but our blind beliefs, irrational beliefs. Irrational and blind beliefs spoil us. So let them not take over us. Let them not cover us. Let us be free from them. So that's what it means. Mano dirgha abhinashan tamisraha. Now tamisra is the ignorance I told you. The root for it is wonderful. It is tamu glanav. Tamu glanav. Glani means deterioration. Glani means disturbance. Glani is confusion. You see, these are all the result of ignorance, disturbance, and other things. So let us not get into it. Let us not be affected by such glani, disturbance, confusion, irrationality. They all come out of that tamu glanav. Let them not take hold of us. Let us be capable of overcoming it.
Ganav or glanav?
Glanav. G-L-A. G-L-A-N-O-U. You can take it. Glanav. That is disturbance, confusion. So the result of ignorance is that confusion and disturbance. Instability, becoming blank, I will not be able to think or analyze anything. My whole mind becomes blank, dark. That's all glani. That is tamisraha. So whatever such ignorance The darkness of ignorance is there. Let it not cover me. Let it not take over me. Let me be bright and brilliant enough, thoughtful enough, so that I will be able to fight against it, and let it be light always in me. That light of knowledge, that light of rationality. Mano dirgha abhinashan tamisraha. Rigveda 2.27.14. So there is always an emphasis on knowledge, right knowledge, and there is always a caution about ignorance, about confusions, about disturbances, about instabilities. So Vedas always emphasize on right knowledge and being firm-footed and tackling things straight with all efficiency and capability. So we do have in many places, many mantras speaking about this. They all speak of have good knowledge, have right knowledge, be rational, be analytic, and never fall a prey to blind beliefs, never fall a prey to irrationality. You question it, find the answer, and be strong. Stand on a strong pedestal. That's what it always is. It never allows ignorance, it never allows wrong knowledge, blind beliefs. So, mano dirgha abhinashantamisraha. There could be some minor confusions, disturbances. Okay, they are always manageable. Dirgha, that's which is for a long time, which is deep rooted, be very careful about that. Next one. Ma bibhehe. Ma bibhehe. The first bha is alpa prana, second bha is mahaprana. Ma bibhehe. Na marishyasi. Ma bibhehe na marishyasi. Na marishyasi. Atharva 5.30.8. Ma bibhehe na marishyasi. Ma bibhehe, fear not. Ma bibhehe, fear not. Na marishyasi, you will not die. Fear not, you will not die. These are great words which can instill in us lot of courage and boldness to face life as well as death. Fear not, you will never die. It is so motivating. It is so motivating that when you understand this piece of Veda mantra in depth, yes, we get that internal spiritual strength to face any situation in the world. So it's speaking about death. Something about death we have already discussed. Anyhow, we will go into detail. So because we have to go into detail, yes, postpone to next class. Ma bibhehe na marishyasi. Fear not, you will not die. 5.30.8.